Okay, so guys, before starting, this is for TIBCO BW 5.x training. Basically, I will be providing 5.14, that is the latest one with the plugin, all the plugins and hot fixes. So, uh, what is TIB?
Sorry, Deepak, small question.
Mhm.
It says BW, TIPCO BW means is it anything related to SAP BW?
No, SAP
Okay,
BW is different.
okay.
It's TIBCO BW. TIBCO is company name as the information bus company. It
Okay,
has many products to support the businesses, and one of the most renowned product of TIBCO is BW, that is known as Business Works. That is basically a
okay,
tool to support integration between application and data.
okay. Understood.
So, what is the use of TIBCO BW here? Say, many a times when you run a company, you come across a scenario where you need to communicate between two systems. Let's take an example. There is a e-commerce company which has to onboard a partner, which like say there is a company named as Reebok, right? It's
Yes.
running its business, but at later point in time, business of any country comes in and says like we need to onboard us our products on a site which is known as eBay in US. Okay, so to add that partner, either we have two options. Either we will write a big piece of code on Adidas and ask eBay to write a code so that both can interact, right? Both can communicate. It can be exposed by any means like web service, REST service, and all. So this will include a lot of manpower and effort. Also, application will be monolithic. Monolithic in the sense a big chunk of code will be there. Any maintenance, any support will require a lot of efforts. Understanding, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You,
Understanding.
yeah. So another option is to make something in between and let the both the system which is eBay and Reebok as it is. So the system in the middle will do all the things to make the communication happen between the target and source. Okay. So in that case, middleware comes into the picture. And why TIBCO? TIBCO is a very robust and highly scalable platform. Robust and highly scalable platform. It's very easy to use and very easy to learn as well. Its development is very easy. Its deployment is very easy. You can easily integrate various systems here, right? And we can thus we can automate the business processes, and we can integrate the application. We can integrate the data as well. Okay.
Okay.
So, what is the objective here? So, TIBCO is an enterprise platform for implementing world-class integration solutions. Okay. So any integration solutions which you thought of, it can be done in TIBCO without writing a single piece of code. It's a drag and drop. All the Java coding has already been done. Uh, you will just get some kind of abstracted units known as pellets, and you have to configure those to get the job done. Okay. So why TIBCO only? There are many other tools, but the there are certain limitations with each of them. Some provides data transformation, some provide API integration, some provides data transportation and all. But TIBCO as a suite provides everything, like application integration, what is data integration, data transformation, support for almost all data transfer protocol, which is uh, EMS, STTP, FTP, SFTP, SMTP, all the protocols which are there in the market. TIBCO supports. You can also, there are majorly two data formats in which data is being transferred over the web or uh, over the channel for communication between two applications. So those are XML and JSON, and TIBCO supports both. And the easiest part of using TIBCO BW is it's a GUI based development framework. You don't have to go on a console or write on a CLI a piece of code and then compile it, run it on all. Everything has already been done by TIBCO company. You will just get the abstracted unit which is called pallets here, right? So what are the components of TIBCO? So TIBCO basically
Deepak, you,
mhm,
you said like palette, palette, right?
right.
Okay, okay. Palette means where you find all the.
Palette means like in your engineering or somewhere else, you must have gone through Java concepts or any programming languages, right?
You mean to say in .NET that drag and drop components available on the right side of the.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. In any programming language, there are modules, right?
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like if you have to learn how to read and write files, so in Java, it's a file input output streams,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Inside
Yes,
there they have defined a lot of classes, lot of methods, right?
yes, correct.
So combinedly, they TIBCO what TIBCO has done, wrote down a piece of code which contains all the functionalities of file input output stream.
You mean to say some nodes like.
Yeah, and integrated in its tool with the name of file. So file
Okay,
is a palette which has all the functionality which file input output stream provides in Java.
okay,
So inside that palette, we have a lot of activities like read file, rename file, create file, write file, delete file, and all. Right. So when you try to create a read a file, you just have to drag that activity, read file, and your task has been done. All the code behind it will be automatically imported in your project, and you don't have to worry about it.
okay, okay, got it.
Got it, no?
Yeah, got it.
So TIBCO Business Works as a component is something where you have to design or write on your business logic. The TIBCO runtime agent is, which is also known as TRA. It is responsible for providing the runtime environment to your service or your code. Enterprise messaging service is the extension of Java messaging service. It is used for communication between TIBCO application or TIBCO to external applications. Hawk is basically for uh, monitoring your applications once those are deployed. And TIBCO administrator is to deploy, run, and maintain your applications. So these are the basic components of TIBCO BW, TIBCO as a product suite, as in integration, because TIBCO has products for different domains as well. So I was referring only integration one, right?
Yes.
So combinedly, business works, EMS, and administrator does a job of TIBCO developer. An in-depth knowledge of Hawk and administrator. These two are for TIBCO admin guys who want to make their career in TIBCO admin profile. They have to learn EMS, Hawk, and administrator in depth. But when you go for a developer profile, you have to know business works in deep, what TRA does and how it does in deep, and enterprise messaging services, how it is being, how you can use it with TIBCO BW codes. That's about TIBCO messaging service, basics of TIBCO Hawk and TIBCO administrator, because you have to, after writing down your code, you have to deploy it somewhere, right? So you must need to know what is TIBCO administrator basically. Okay, any confusion till now?
No, no.
No, sir.
So,
No.
so I one thing I want to highlight, integration. When you call integration, there are two types of integration. First one is application integration, okay, which I told in the example of Revoke and eBay, where you are integrating two different applications to communicate, okay. And the second is data integration. If you guys can acknowledge, it will be very helpful to make the session interactive.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was the example of application integration. The second thing is data integration. Okay. Like for an example, when you log in into your Amazon account or Flipkart account and try to fetch your orders, right? If you
Yeah.
go in my order section, it will show all the orders, all any pending order plus all the completed orders. So
Yes.
in the background, things are not as simple as that. There are a lot of web service call, there are a lot of database calls. Like for any application, a small to small business creates their application in such a way that database calls are segregated from all the web service calls.
Okay.
So when you click on your my order, it must fetch some order table to get your details. And when you click on some order and try to track it, it will call the carriers or logistics API to get the detail where your order is currently,
Okay.
like tracking. So
Yes.
here, what you are getting is this is your order, and it is there in transit in Hyderabad. It will be
Okay.
delivered by uh, tomorrow 9 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
So what you're getting is data from the database plus data from the REST API call of the service provider, which is suppose eCart Logistics or DHL. So to display the combined data to you, we need some logic, because in database we are getting data as a XML, and from the web service call we are getting data as a JSON, and it might be possible that they are calling 2 or 3 more APIs.
Yes.
I'm trying to simplify it. So in that case, what you're seeing is the combination of both. So you need to also combine the data from the database and the data from the API calls. Data from the API calls will be a JSON based. Data from the database will be a tabular records, which
Okay.
then converted into the XML, and the JSON will be converted into the XML. We will combine both, and then again the output will be converted into the JSON, and it will be transferred to the front end. Then they will get all the mappings done, and you will see your data.
Yes.
So in the background, there are a lot of things goes. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a perfect example of data integration. So
Okay.
when you go through the internet and try to search things, you will see like it's basically for application integration. No one talks about the data integration. And when you work, data integration is the most important part.
Yes.
You must be aware of what data you are going to process and how it is going to process.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Okay.
there comes this one. That's why I mentioned application integration, data integration, and data transformation. Data transformation is nothing but trying to transform the data you received in XML to a JSON or JSON to XML based on your requirement. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the overview of TIBCO, and TIBCO is in TIBCO B2 to show you guys. So this is TIBCO Designer. When you launch it, it will open like this. Okay.
Okay.
So this is TIBCO Designer. Now what you can do is for today, I will show you can create a new project. Okay. You can create new projects from here. You can reopen a project here. You can delete project. You can open an existing project, and you can open a new project from a template. What template means is say in our organization, whenever a new project comes in, or any developer who has to develop a new application, what we have done is we have created a CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins, and we have a standard set of templates which is
Okay.
already defined. Like they will, by requirement, they will come to know what will be the source and what will be the target, and from the source how they will going to receive the data and how they will communicate to the uh, target system. Like they are receiving data on a REST API and passing the data on JMS queue. So in that case, we have created a template with different integration patterns. So they can directly use those templates, and they will get a skeleton code where they have to just write down the logic, and they need not to
For
create the code.
what is the language used for this write business logic for in the TIBCO?
It's a Java based,
Java based.
but you don't have to write any Java code here.
No, no. Behind the scenes, suppose if you want to do some computation, if you
Mhm.
are sending data, suppose let us say if you are sending some XML data and you want to do some business logic and final output you want to send it to the, suppose let us say the endpoint,
Mhm.
you need to perform some business logic like computing, some inside
Right,
compute.
right, right.
So for that, for example, in the IBM integration bus, we use uh, some SQL like language,
Mhm.
ESQL.
Yeah, IIB transformation logic is quite complex as compared to TIPCO. In TIPCO, you don't have to write anything. Rather, there is a mapper activity where you just have to map the things. Like you are suppose getting an input which has name and department and employee ID as a uh, input, right?
Yeah,
But in
yeah.
the target system, there are only two fields: name and tracking ID. And
Yeah.
tracking ID is the combination of department ID and address.
No,
Suppose.
no. But sometimes we need to alter the business logic compulsory. We have to write. Suppose there is a requirement.
Hmm.
In between, we need to perform some business logic before sending it to the output node. Let us say. So,
Hmm.
so we can perform right using
Right.
Java.
No, no. If you want, you can write a Java code here. That's the
Okay.
support. And we have a mapper activity also where you just have to write down the business logic simply.
Okay.
Like
So you mean to say 90% of the times you can avoid coding.
not 90%, it's 99.99%, I must say.
Okay.
There are certain scenarios where TIPCO cannot do everything. Like someone mentioned that he's working on Kafka. So if you want to send a data to the Kafka topic, it can't be done in TIPCO using
Okay.
just the GUI. Then you have to write down a Java code only.
Okay.
And that too only methods, nothing else.
Okay.
Okay. So suppose you are getting the input data here,
Okay.
and after manipulation, you have to pass down the input data to the end
Okay.
system, right?
Yes.
That's why you're mentioning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in IIB, there is a query language which you to transform this one, right?
Yes. Yes. Correct.
But in TIPCO, there is a mapper activity where you can do everything, and also it's a drag and drop.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
getting my point?
Yeah. Yeah. Understood. But sometimes we cannot do everything using mapper activity. So I'm getting little bit confused.
No, no. If you are talking about the data transformation or data manipulation,
Yeah.
haven't gone through any scenario in past 10 years which can't be done using mapper,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I've worked on multiple complex projects, and
Okay.
mapper is capable of doing everything.
Okay. Okay. Good. I'm not aware of this tool. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, so this is the TIPCO designer.
Okay.
Suppose I will just show you. I will give you a walkthrough.
Okay.
Nothing else. So I will
Okay.
create a new project on the desktop. It's a demo one. So a new project is created. So you can see there are three panes here. Okay. So this area, are you able to see the demo?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
This is Project Explorer. Project. This
Okay.
is also called Project Panel.
Okay.
This is called Design Panel, and this is where all you are seeing all the tabs. This is called Configuration Panel. So you just have to learn all these three things, nothing else.
Okay.
Okay. And suppose now you have to you have to read a file in Java. Uh, how much effort it will take?
We have to read a file. Yeah, it
Yeah.
will. Yeah, you have to first. I mean, you have to create a file input stream reader. You have to define and you have to read the file and you have to output stream reader. Lot of
Right.
things you have to do.
Yeah. And suppose you have to do this in a TIPCO, then what you have to do? I will show you.
Okay.
So when you right click here, you will get option like add resource.
Okay.
Okay. So any program which you write down in Java or another other programming language is referred as a process here.
Okay.
See, so you have to every time you have to define a process, which is known as process definition. That's a skeleton where all the inputs and outputs and all the data transformation will be done inside that. So this is to read a file.
Okay.
So you have created a Java class which to read a file. Okay. So it will have two things by default: a start activity and an end activity.
Okay.
So before in between start and end, you have to write down your business logic to read the file. So
Okay.
just to read the file, you will go again and add resource, and you will go on the file and you will see these many options here.
Okay.
Okay. And these are internally created by writing down a Java code to initialize a file input stream, creating object out of it, reading a file using a file reader object, holding it to a temporary variable, initializing the output stream, and then you will be able to see the output of the file, right?
Yeah, and all the abstraction
Yeah.
contains.
So when you click on read file, it has all the activity, it has all the line of code already written. So you don't
Okay.
have to write down any piece of code.
Can
What you have
we
to
see that code? Right click and view source, something like that, or not?
no.
No,
TIBCO
no.
is a licensed version. It's not open source. So you
Do
they
we
don't
have trial version? Do we have trial version for just for?
no. You can't see the code. Otherwise, many companies will
No,
come
no.
with a product. Mhm.
No, no. I'm saying, is there any trial version for learners available?
I'm not getting a question.
No, no. There are some trial versions provided, right, for learning purpose. Is there any trial version available? 90-day trial version or 30-day
No, no,
trial version?
no. You won't get anything from TIBCO.
Oh, okay. But for MQ and other products, we get 90-day trial versions, right? So I'm just talking about that.
Yeah. In my knowledge, TIBCO don't provide. If
Okay.
it is providing it, you won't get the full fledged. You will get it
Okay.
with the limited functionality. That
Okay.
will you can't make use of it.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So in between start and end, you will put whatever you want to do. Like here we are going to read the file. Okay. So what
Okay.
we have to do just to connect all three together.
Okay.
So this is the button to create a transition. So from start it will go to the read file, and from read file it will go to the end activity. Okay. And
Okay.
these lines are called transitions. So from
Transitions.
start there will be transition to the read file. It's similar to active MQ and similar to the IIB. The only thing is the way of implementation is different.
Yes, correct.
So,
Looks like that.
so a question to you guys is: suppose you have to read a file, what input you need?
We need directory name, file name,
That's
pattern,
it,
something. Yeah.
right? That's it now. So when you go to the read file, in the input, you have two options. What is the file name? And the file name is when you see the question mark, it means that is optional. And when you don't see the question mark, it means that is the mandatory field you have to pass. You can't expect a program to give you output of a file without passing the file name, right?
Okay.
So you have to just mention the file name here.
Okay.
Okay. And any string in TIBCO has to be uh, surrounded by a single quote or double quote.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just passing C user Deepak Singh desktop text.txt.
Okay.
Okay. And I will show you. Here is a file that is test. I have written down a content. This is TIBCO demo. Okay.
Okay.
So when I pass this and apply save, so it is equivalent to the 50 lines of the code which you will write in Java and try to import all the packages as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
process will take entry from here and do the read file activity and end. It will exit and you will get the output here in the activity. Okay, so before doing anything, we must be aware of what is the data we are going to receive and what will be the data we will get as an output, because without knowing the data you will not be able to do anything.
Okay.
So not only TIFCO, not here, anywhere you go, just before directly jumping into the coding, try to analyze what data you're getting as an input and what you're getting as an output, so that you can understand out of those big data sets what can be used later on, right?
Okay.
Like in the read file activity, the input data will be only the file name.
Okay.
Okay, and in case we are passing encoding, then file name and encoding will be the input data. But in output data, what you will get? You will get file information and the file content both. Okay, and the information is file full name, file location, what is the type, it is the read protected or not, write protected or not, what is the size, what is the last modified time, and last one is the file content, which you have passed as a, this is the encoding and what is the content of the file.
Okay.
So suppose you came across a scenario where someone is sending a file to your location and you have to read it. Okay, like suppose you are getting a file which is known as order.csv in a from Reebok, and you have to transform the data and send it to the eBay. Okay,
Okay.
so the requirement is it Reebok will just send the data, send the file to a particular location. You have to read and process and send it to the eBay, and every
Okay.
time the file name will be the order.csv only. Okay.
Now, I so it read the file from the source directory,
Hmm.
and now the object read file object. It's like this read file process is like read file object. Now the all the file details contained in this read file only, right?
Right.
Okay.
So what I was saying is, when you read a order.csv and send it to somewhere, suppose it is sent to the eBay, and again on the second day, Revoke will send the same file order.csv. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so how to avoid these things? So a later point in time, say eBay is coming to you and saying like, we haven't received the file, you must reprocess it. We haven't received the data from the particular day, you have to resend it. So what we have to do, we have to write some logic, like after the processing, the file moves to a particular location, like suppose from input directory it is reading the file, so you must have two more directories for archival and for error handling.
Yes,
So
correct.
once file is processed, you must move it to the some archive directory, or it is not processed, then it must be moved into the error directory, right?
Yes, correct.
So why I am saying this, because uh, to move the file to another directory, you must require a different set of inputs. Like while reading the file, you just said that you need a file name
Okay.
and directory, and you will read it. Similarly, for moving the file to some other location or deleting it, you must need another set of credentials, another set of data to use. And at that time, it will not be as an input. You need to prepare it dynamically, right?
Oh yeah.
Everything you cannot give a static value. Like reading file is a, since it's the start of the process, you will know where the file will be. But which file you received and which file you have to move, it will be based on the output from the read file.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, these output information are important. Getting my point? So,
Oh yeah.
so what you will delete is the you will get the input from output from this read file. So you must be aware what all the outputs, what all, see, every field has its significance. Like when you say the file name, it will just simply say the file name. And when you say the full name, it will show the file name along with the path. And
Okay.
that full name is required when you have to delete the file, because you don't know which will be the file. So say it is sending, today it's sending order.csv, tomorrow it will send order underscore date.csv. Then you will get the full name dynamically from here. So anywhere, not only in TIBCO, in Java, or anywhere, if you have to make yourself familiar with the system, you want to be a good developer, you must understand the data. Data is the most important thing. On what set of data you're going to perform your logic, and what is the output, and how it can be used. So let me show you. So once this read file activity is created, this as a whole is a file reader class in Java, equivalent to the file reader class in Java. Okay,
Okay.
which will start and read the file. So how to run TIBCO? You might not be able to understand in the first lecture itself, but there is a tab here which is called tester, and you will see a play button here.
Okay.
When you click on this, it will show all the projects in the project panel. Like file reader must be a delete file activity, must be a SOAP call, REST call. So you have to select which process you have to run.
Okay.
Okay, since here is only one process, we can just click on load selected or load and start current.
Okay.
So whatever process is opened here, when you click load and start current, it will run. And if you want to select multiple, you have to select manually and load selected. So it will load the processes in the memory.
Okay.
Okay, so I will click load and start current, the process is executed.
Okay.
Okay, so to go through the data, what data you received as a input. What is the input data for read file? It was a file name which you have passed it. Okay, and a metadata created, which is called namespace, to segregate. If you have multiple file reading operation going on, it will be segregated using this namespace internally in TIBCO. So the input data you passed is only the file name, and what the output you are getting is this.
Okay.
The file full name, what I told is the file name along with the path, right? The file name is test.txt. What is the location here? Is it what is the type of the? It is a file type. Is there any protection policy applied there? It is not. It is neither read protected or write protected. Its size is 18 kilobyte, 18 bytes. Sorry, it is by default in bytes. Okay.
Okay.
Now suppose there comes a scenario where you have read a multiple files, and you have to process the files which are only greater than 500 MBs. Then in that case, this useless attribute comes into the picture, right? You
Yeah. Yeah.
must you must be thinking like, why this size is there? Okay,
Okay. This is
like
bytes, sir. 18 bytes.
yeah, 18 bytes.
Okay.
And mostly you will not use it, but in case someone comes with a scenario like process the file which is greater than 10 MB, then this can be helpful to you. Getting my point?
Good. Yes. Sir. Good.
Suppose there are 10 files in the directory, and your requirement you are wondering which one to process, and the requirement is only to process the latest one.
Okay.
Then this last you can process based on the last modified date.
Okay.
Where last modified date is equal to current date, you can fetch the file, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You have to delete, then you have to pass the full name. Okay,
Okay.
and this is the information about the file.
Okay.
And what is the content? This is in this node. The text content is this is TIBCO demo.
Okay.
I mean, in place of this, this is TIBCO demo. It could be a large XML data, or it could be a large set of JSON data, which
Okay.
can later on we can transform it and do whatever business logics we have to do.
Okay.
Getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
So again, requesting, whether you go with TIBCO, MuleSoft, anything, try to see input and output of all the activities first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
otherwise you will not be a good programmer.
Correct.
That's very bluntly I'm saying, but that's true. People having experience more than 10 years, 11 years, but most of the times they go and talk to the junior developers in the team that so we have to do I have to implement this scenario, how it can be done. It's not, I'm not saying that they don't have knowledge. They have worked and then they have gained the experience of 10 11 12 whatsoever, but since they have not analyzed in the past what they are getting, they will be stuck somewhere,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Correct.
So the TIFCO code is as simple as that.
Okay.
You can also stop from here. And what I was saying is, in the general act, and so like we have for file, we have for FTP, we have for HTTP, we have for Java, we can perform all the JDBC, we can all the perform all the JMS activities. See, these all are HTTP is a protocol, FTP is a protocol, JMS is a protocol, XML, JSON is a protocol or standard, TCP is a protocol, right? SOAP, SFTP, all these belongs to some kind of protocols, and TIPCO supports all. That's why it's still standing in the market.
Okay. Yes.
I have started my career from TIPCO 5.3. I have worked on almost all TIPCO versions. Also, I have worked on TIPCO 6, but TIPCO 6 is not that much capable in my knowledge because we have various cloud-based tools as well. So what I'm saying is, you can create REST service here, you can create SOAP service here, you can do data transformation to any extent, you can get support from all the underlying protocols existing in the market for data transportation. Okay, you will get support for JMS, JDBC, mail and all. So that's why TIPCO is used. So all the activities which are not part of any logical grouping is categorized under the general activities. Right here you can see. And here comes the mapper which I was saying, talking here. As you can see, there is a in the icon itself, you can see a node set transform into the different node set, right?
Yeah.
So you can do whatever transformation you want to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's about basics of TIPCO. I don't, I can't explain in a one lecture, and I don't uh, expect you guys to understand everything in a single lecture. But definitely, if you will go through the course, you will learn TIPCO, and no one will be able to catch your hand, at least in TIPCO 5.40. That's what the agenda is. If you guys have any doubt, any clarification, you can ask.
Can you click on this palettes?
Which one?
Palettes.
Yeah,
Right side palettes. Palettes are there. No?
I have clicked on palettes only.
Okay. This right side vertically there was
Left side.
tester, palettes, global variables.
Okay, okay.
Below that,
See,
it's the same.
I will show you the project I have gone
Okay.
through. Okay,
Yeah.
tester I have gone through.
Yeah.
Palettes is nothing but what I'm doing from here now, adding
Yeah.
add resource and all.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Apart from that, you can have options directly from here, where you can drag and drop the things.
Okay.
It's the same, but you have to search. You have to
Yes.
train your eyes to locate which palette you have to use. Right.
Correct.
Now,
Correct.
if you have to find the read file, it's very difficult here, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So rather than going from there, you can just add resource inside the file. You can create, uh, put down the read file activity.
Yes.
That's the only. And global variable is, suppose uh, you have to write down a code for reading the data from the database. Then you
Okay.
can't put everything in code. You have to write down something which can be used globally, like
Okay.
database host, database port, database username and password, because it got changed in every environment. For your development, it will be different. For SIT, UAT, and production, it will be different. So
Okay.
uh, after moving your code from development to SIT, it's not advisable to every time you go and change your code. It's not advisable, right? So there must be set of data or constants which can be configured explicitly without touching the code. Those are the global variables which can be used anywhere in the project, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for read file activity, suppose I have developed it in a Windows machine. I have developed what production is a Linux machine, right?
Okay.
Then I cannot put the file name like this. Okay. Then
Yes.
these value till desktop directory input directory must be defined somewhere else, wherever uh, you can change it as per the environment. So it will be defined in a global variable.
Yeah. Correct.
And while deploying into the production, you can change it. Okay.
Okay.
That is for global variables. So hope uh, you must have a bit of clarity on TIPCO. And if you
Yes.
have worked on IIB or MQ, or and one guy was saying like he has already working,
And BW.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
he must be aware of everything and he can correlate.
Yes. Yes.
We are also using IIB in our project as well, because I'm in a retail company, and with OMS, IBM OMS, they used to sell IIB, which is of no use when there is TIPCO. But it's the policy from IBM, I think. They try to fool their clients.
Yeah.
So one more thing. What will be the content which I used to teach to my students? It is approx 25 hours to 30 hours.
One
Again,
question, Deepak. One question. Sorry to disrupt you.
mhm.
So in your career, while working on TIPCO BW, so you happen to write any Java programming code?
No, we have to write sometime. Like I told you the Kafka example, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But again, you just have to go on a Stack Overflow, search for your query, and you get the method. Just put it down and compile it. Nothing else.
Okay,
Like you have Java palette here, Java code. Okay,
okay.
so you don't have to write like
Like
public
pro.
static void main int
Okay,
a int b. You just
okay,
have to define your input and output here. Okay,
okay, okay.
and only a class method you have to write down a 2 line of code, and it will compile and it will download all the packages by its own.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
So it's very simple in, and most of the times you will not get a scenario to
Okay,
write down a Java code. It's the rarest of the rare condition.
okay.
And yeah, I was telling about the table of
And
content.
one more small financial question, like, so what the packages and how it will be like I mean, the market
See, that totally depends on your skill.
capability, yeah, skill.
Yeah,
But
if
supposing
you are
they,
capable enough, people are getting 3x, 4x
okay,
multiplied by their experience.
okay,
And if you just learn from the internet without doing anything in practical, so they will make you feel like you have done from internet. Like
okay,
uh, most of the guys, if they must answer a very complex question, but when interviewer ask, you have a read file activity and you have n number of files, and you have to sort, you have to process only the files which are greater than 50 MB. Then
okay,
most of the guys are blank,
okay, okay. They don't know the
because
structure
yeah,
of this internet.
yeah, yeah, because they don't know in depth of the data. Whoever
Okay,
knows the data, all the attributes, how it can be used in the projects, you will get whatsoever you want.
okay,
But I'm not saying in the experience of 4 years you will get 30 lakhs. But yeah, definitely 4 years experience, guys. Many of my students are getting 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
Again, that depends on your skill set. How deeply you have been into the TIPCO BW.
Okay. Got it.
Got it?
Got it. Yeah.
That's why when you see my table of content, it doesn't have much about the theoretical part. Like how I explain how to use the data, I will try to teach in that way only. It's not like just a read file, you will file the pass the file name as an input and output will be the content of the file,
Okay.
because that is not going to help in long run. And if you are reading something like that, you are cheating yourself, nothing else.
Okay.
So this is the table of contents. It will be 25 to 30 hours of course. It's not, again, you can't bound it into the hours. It depends how much you want to learn. It's 30, 35, 40 or anything it can be. And that's the time which I will speak. And what you will do or practice, that could be a year also.
Yes. Correct.
Right.
Yes.
So overview, what is the application data integration? TIPCO, what are the TIPCO components and how they are interacting with each other, and all the palettes in detail. The most important is how to handle errors in TIPCO, how to tune the performances, how to deploy, and interview questions. Basic interview questions based on the level of years of experience.
Okay.
So if you guys have any question, just let me know.
Sir, I myself, Praveen. During this course structure, you are saying some palettes and general activities like this. Any real-time explanation or only how these working like that?
Like, see, what I have done right now, reading
Yeah.
a file, that's the real time scenario only.
Okay.
In integration, why integration is in place? Because we don't ask source or target to change their existing functionalities. Like when you go in SAP, suppose you go in a website which is for this weather forecasting. So
Okay.
they have defined REST APIs, and anyone who is going to use their service will call REST API only. So
Okay.
in that case, you have to configure REST. Sometimes, like SAP HANA and all, they will work on file-based approach.
Okay.
Okay, just a minute, sir. Just a minute. Hello. Hello. Yeah, guys. So in a case of SAP HANA, they will place a file at a particular location, and you have to process it. Then you have to read this file.
Okay.
Okay. The only difference will be the text content will be different, and the way of processing will be different. So I will also tell you how to process the content which is XML or JSON. So say I will give you example of employee. In place, in the real world scenario, you will get the example of order, or
Okay.
example of or content which is defined in some different way,
Okay.
right? Nothing else. So everything is real time only the data will change in your
Okay.
project, because I cannot create that huge amount of data in my local. Neither I can imagine how much data you are going to get when you are working on a project.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
Okay.
Otherwise, since it's the based on the Java is object oriented, everything is related. You can correlate somewhere around yourself.
Okay.
It's object oriented, na? Getting
So
my point?
it is market share is more, right, when compared to the IIB and all. The licensing cost also reasonable.
Yeah, it's a licensed version, but
Okay.
I used to provide the software to my students.
Okay.
Will you provide, sir? Software will you provide?
Yeah, I used to provide.
5.14, sir.
Yeah, 5.14, 5.13, 5.12, whatever you want. But the latest one is 5.14, so let's not talk about the lower versions.
5.14, sir, latest.
Yeah.
Okay. And web service.
I'm hearing TIBCO MFT. MFT is also part of this TIBCO BW, or is it
No,
separate component?
that is the different tool.
Okay.
That is for managed file transfers.
It is not included in this.
No, that is not in. Although what MFT does can be done using this
Okay.
SFTP pellets. You can do
Okay.
it using that.
Okay.
MFT is to transfer a file from one server to different in a secured manner. That also can be done using SFTP. SFTP is not part of the TIBCO bundled product. It's a different plugin which you have to purchase.
Okay. Okay. MFT is separate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, in EMS, what topics you cover, sir? Will you cover?
In EMS, basic configuration, how to
Okay.
create queues, topics, and all, and how to use those in your TIBCO code. How you can send a message to the EMS topic and how you can receive it.
Okay.
It provides any queuing mechanism. There is no underlying
There is
middleware.
a EMS, Enterprise Messaging Service. That's the extension of Java Messaging Service.
Okay. Okay.
So we
Sir,
have a
will you cover on bridges and load balancing like the topics?
load balancing. When I will show you the deployment, I will show you load balancing. And bridges, that's the simple one. That's
Okay. Okay. So
it's a
why I'm
it's a
asking, all these basic things I have practiced so far.
mhm. So
Any,
in creating bridges or creating a queue, it's just a command you have to learn.
yeah,
Nothing.
right. Admin server,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's you don't need to use any analytical skill for that.
Okay. Sir, will you show any real-time projects? What your any experience like that possible?
If I will show, you will not be able to understand.
Okay.
Because currently I'm working for a sports brand named
Okay.
as Adidas.
Okay.
So we have majorly interaction with SAP systems which send the data in a EDI format. Like
Okay.
what you see as a name, it is known as Kubnar.
Okay.
So if I will show, you will not be able to understand what it is.
Okay. No, not now. After course completion, any real-time exposure will you provide?
I can help you on that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I can show you sometime. But again, I cannot show you my projects. That's the breach of
Okay. Okay. I know.
confidentiality agreement.
Yeah. Right.
But I can give you a walkthrough on the code sometimes.
Okay. After course completion, will you provide any support, sir? Only up to the course only will you provide support?
If you are not taking the course, in that case also get my contact detail from SBR guy, and you can
Okay.
call me anytime.
Okay.
I can guide you.
Okay.
It's not like if you are paying here, then only you will get support. There are a lot of guys, not only me on the TIP community or MuleSoft forum, who are always ready to help.
Okay.
Also on LinkedIn.
Okay. And web services topic, sir. And web services, will you cover SOAP and REST?
Yeah, both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, so we are not using SOAP nowadays, but still you must have the knowledge.
Okay.
Because when you go in a banking domain project or some project where financial implications are involved, you will be developing SOAP service. So you must be aware of that.
But in most of the cases, REST only.
Yeah, I think nowadays 95% Thursdays are developed in REST only.
Okay.
But again, wherever there is financial security is required,
Okay.
people are still using SOAP. Any other question?
No, sir.
Okay.
Will you explain the groups and transactions like that?
That's why I have shared this. You can find this table of contents from.
Yeah. I have with me, sir, that file.
Mhm.
But elaborately, I'm asking like HTTP.
I think I have mentioned groupings here somewhere. See, there are lot many groups here. Okay.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
TIBCO. So suppose you have to create a group, then there are n number of groups. Iterate, repeat until true, repeat on error until true, transaction, critical section, pick first while true. So I will elaborate it, iterate, repeat until true, repeat on error until true, and while true. This transaction, critical section, and pick first.
Okay.
It's nowhere used, and if it is used somewhere, then we need to have the transaction data as well from the database. That I can't show you on the local machine.
Okay.
Hope you're getting. That's what I'm mentioning.
Yeah.
Right. Data for learning and data for the real-time project is different.
Okay.
You won't get infrastructure to learn everything.
Yeah. Right.
Particularly this middleware and integration projects.
Yeah.
It's very
But
tough.
yeah, if you know the concept, you can implement anything.
Yes, correct.
So I will cover almost everything.
And the database related, sir?
Database related, how to query database, how to insert into the database. That's it.
Okay.
There are only 2-3 activities in database.
JDBC query, JDBC update.
Yeah.
That is.
JDBC call procedure. If you can write down a procedure, because I'm not a SQL expert, then I will let you know how to use it.
Okay.
SQL direct is nothing but it's a combination of JDBC query and JDBC update. If you have to write down a custom logic, then you will use SQL direct. Nothing else. So most of the topics will be covered. The only thing I cannot explain the very complex scenario because I don't have the data.
Okay.
That I think you can understand. When you receive the data from IBM Sterling Integrator into the IIB, that you can't replicate in on your local machine.
You're right.
Yeah.
So any question?
Do we have anything like connectors to connect to MQ, to connect to Kafka, something like that? Connectors, no, right?
Yeah,
Adapters?
we have adapters, but in BW5, we don't have adapter for this Kafka. Although we have adapter for MQ, adapter for file, database, SAP, everything. But again, those are not part of the TIBCO BW.
Okay.
We organization which have to use to have to take the licenses explicitly.
Okay.
I have database adapter that I can show you.
Okay.
I think that I have also mentioned here.
Yes.
Yeah, see, this is the database adapter. Adapter, whether it's a ADB or SAP or MQ or file, configuration is one and the same for everyone. And the concept also is same. When you see here, the services, the activities which we used in adapter is common for all.
This TIBCO is affordable for small companies, right?
Yeah. Nowadays, everyone is using TIBCO.
Because IIB license is very costly. Even banks also little bit hesitating due to licensing cost. These days, I hear my bank is a Japanese bank, and they are really worried about the IIB licensing cost.
Yeah. And the kind of, to be very frank, the kind of support IBM provides for the IIB is also pathetic.
Okay.
because whenever the I'm working in a product based organization, we are also using IBM order management system and IIB.
Okay.
Okay, so support lies with a company name as named as Infosys, and when you talk about replacing that particular IIB which is of no use when TIBCO is already there, they just give you 100 excuses
Okay.
that this OMS functionality will not work or not work. Whatever you can do in IIB can be done in TIBCO also. So there is no use of using two middleware solutions.
Okay. Okay. TIBCO is a TIBCO company.
Yeah, TIBCO.
Okay.
And major bank like I have worked for Citibank, all on TIBCO. In Reliance, TIBCO is the backbone. I have worked for Reliance also. TIBCO is backbone. Companies like Puma, Adidas, Nike, everyone is using TIBCO. Major Dutch bank, Royal Bank of Scotland, Bank of America, State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, everyone is using TIBCO because it's secure. These are the number of projects on which I have worked.
Okay.
Sir, what is the career path after 5.14 in TIBCO?
TIBCO 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
TIBCO itself is working on that. It's
Okay.
not yet a very stable project.
Okay.
I must say, very stable tool. But concept is same. If you have understanding of TIBCO 5.x, TIBCO 6 is a kid's job for you.
Okay.
And how much experience you guys have?
I have 11 years of experience.
You are Praveen, right?
No,
No,
sir.
no. I am Venkat.
Okay. And you are working in which organization?
I am working in Capgemini.
Okay, Capgemini. And Praveen, you are.
Praveen, I am Praveen, not related to IT, sir. I'm jumped to switch to IT industry.
Okay.
You worked on anywhere before teaching something? Praveen?
Hello.
You worked on any IT company or only you have chosen teaching path?
Teaching only, sir.
You never worked on?
One of my friend is working in
Okay.
TIBCO. He suggested me that zero coding it is a course.
Okay.
Yeah, it's zero coding. I have shown you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, yeah, good. Of course,